here we go. So, hey, so editor Cody here. So I kind of messed up. When we were recording this video, you'll notice we tried hard to make it look really nice. We changed where the avatars are and the faces and cameras and stuff. The whole screen is the right resolution. It's blown up correctly. And then I kind of screwed up by accidentally recording the desktop audio and Roll20's audio. And it's all on the same track. So there's a terrible echo later in the video. Through most of it, it's not that bad. It's not that noticeable. But when it gets really bad, I'll just be providing a narrative overview of the rest of the session. Next time it'll be better. So thank you and enjoy. Let's do this. The Radiant Vanguard. They have tasked you guys with something very interesting and a little more specific than usual. A lot of times they kind of let you pick your own assignments to some degree. This one, they gave you a little bit more specific instruction. So, they have heard, every now and then the Radiant Vanguard sends out, basically like scouts, and they're not really adventurers. They're literally just, they go out, look at an area, kind of just survey an area, bring back some information. So you get a little bit of rumors, a little bit of information on what might be the most valuable place to send the actual mages and knights of the Vanguard to go check those places out, or those kind of issues. So they sent out some scouts, and they found a very interesting situation where southeast, I guess mostly east of Enza, there was an area discovered that was like a really big, just like valley in the forested area. And on the way there, there's like evidence of really old, crazy, ancient battlefield, like carnage and stuff. And that's, that would just be kind of its own thing. Just looks like an ancient battlefield, nothing too crazy. But they say that the area is just like the weather was relatively fine and sunny the whole way there. And then that whole battlefield area, the valley and everything was just like, there's like this fog just hanging over it. And there's like really weird reports of like faint screaming and disembodied voices, a bunch of craziness going on.
Sounds cursed.
Yeah. So the scouts didn't linger too long, rather. They pretty much saw the whole situation, reported exactly what I told you to the Vanguard, and now the Vanguard's like, all right, well, the first group ready to go on an assignment. That's like, we're basically just going to send you guys there, and you're tasked to figure out what the heck's going on there. And if there's still a lingering threat that Enza needs to worry about, and obviously if there is, try to take care of it.
Deal with it.
That kind of thing. So seems not so good. You're tasked to basically figure it out. See what happened, see what's going on, see if there's still a threat, all that.
All right.
Go
Yeah.
to the woods.
I'm down.
To the woods.
This time, unfortunately, all of you already got your per diem for joining the Vanguard, so you don't get free money right off the bat. But is there anything you wanted to do before you leave on your adventure?
I mean, I'm stocked on potions. Everybody in town's gonna just try to rip us off. We need to establish more trade routes before they feel comfortable selling at an appropriate
They got this thing monopolized.
How much money did we start with?
500 last time.
500. Okay, so I've got 450.
Hey, you didn't buy anything.
No, I didn't save either. I forgot. But I don't need to buy anything.
I don't really need to buy anything in particular.
I think we should be good. I mean, like, if we're going to the woods, probably want to make this daytime operation. Don't want to be out too long. Have to worry about sunlight.
Should buy some sunscreen. Probably not a bad idea.
Why does Thwak hate the forest?
No, I don't hate the forest. I
He's
hate the
mountains.
mountains.
Oh, why?
Well, that's where I was raised.
Yeah, Thwak, what they do to you at the monastery?
They put me under rigorous training all the time. And all the monks from that monastery, they age at an accelerated rate for no reason at all that I'm aware of.
Wait, how old is your character? Or how old are you?
I'm only 24 years old.
You're 24 years old. This poor man.
And I'm not the only one like this. We live much shorter lifespans. And going out towards the mountains, only bad memories there.
Alright, we don't gotta go.
No mountains on this
Yeah.
one. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll make you face that fear eventually, I'm sure.
Nothing bad could come from that.
No, of course not. Oh,
Yeah, we'll definitely not make you face that fear at any point.
Ever.
Okay.
Everybody understands my triggers. I'm glad.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, if you guys are good and don't need to pick up anything in town, I imagine you would probably just start heading off, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Let's walk down to the woods, guys. Start
All right.
this marvelous journey.
One east you said to the woods, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So, in that case, you head off. You will leave the tavern to our cute little transition page here. Not trying to represent anything or anything. Okay. It's like obnoxiously large, slow your roll. Okay. Anyway. So you guys begin your venture, and it is not long before, I mean, really, like, you travel less than a day worth of travel. You like basically just begin entering this region to the general area described by the Vanguard, given from information from the scouts. And you, like I said, you're walking through the woods here. There's one spot where the woods kind of open up into an area where it's a little bit less wooded, but the reason why is because most of the trees are completely charred or just like absolutely destroyed and like demolished, where it's only bits and pieces of trunks left. And that kind of opens up into this battlefield-like area, and you can tell right away. There's rusted weapons, crushed skulls. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And in this area, you're noticing that there is, like, very subtly, you hear in the distance what literally sounds like just people screaming.
oh.
Just the
Can
fight
I,
now.
Time
can I
to
roll
head
for like
forward.
insight or something to see if I recognize any armor or banners or any familiar, I don't know, weapons?
Yeah, for sure. The weapon thing, I'd probably make more of like a history check.
Okay. But it's just an intelligence. My intelligence is a 2.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. And then that would be, I add 2 to my roll, right? Basically.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I got a 10.
Okay, even 10, about average on a roll there. A lot of the weapons, you don't know how familiar you would be in an area like this new region anyway, since you've basically not lived in this realm pretty much your whole life. But still, you recognize some of the building and motifs of the weapons. A lot of them seem to be dwarven, like a lot of, just motifs you've seen in dwarven art through blacksmithing and things like that. But everything that you find is super stinking old, like completely rusted over, even to the point of like actually losing its shape and being completely like gapped and deteriorated by rust terribly. So it seems like a very ancient battle, perhaps.
With active screaming. Are we able to discern which direction the screaming is coming from, or is it like kind of all over?
It seems kind of farther ahead in the same direction you're heading, but it also just feels weird. It feels off. It doesn't feel necessarily like fully natural screaming, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Hear the fighting, but we don't see any fighting.
That's pretty much what's happening. Also, if I can remember the hotkeys, yes, that's a
Just death everywhere.
yeah. One thing you are noticing too, you'll notice kind of in the back that it almost looks like there's like standing things or creatures. You do see, alongside of some of the charred trees that are also laying around, you see that there are some corpses that are literally like standing and completely just like cooked.
Oh my.
One can fry someone up like that. A dragon, maybe.
It looks like it could be a dragon. I've never seen one personally, but
Dragons are beyond my pay grade. I'm just gonna
Right? Well,
I need a dragon slaying bonus.
if there's a dragon here, I would ask for my money up front. At least enjoy myself before my inevitable end.
alright. I think we should go towards the screaming, personally.
You want to? I mean, there's figures up above there. Should we try to get their attention?
Looks like I think
What if they're bad?
well, they might be frozen and charred. I think.
Oh,
Sort of the
look, I can't see very well.
because of the monastery.
The whole time I was thinking, I guess he didn't hear me, but no, he's just playing into Thwak being nearly blind.
We can approach them. I'm gonna walk toward the charred sort of standing corpses.
Hey, lead the way.
Yeah. I want to see if they're all like dwarf or short like dwarves or what.
Okay. Sounds good. As you make your way over there, do me a favor real quick and just make a... Actually, are you all going that way?
I'll follow right behind him.
Yes.
Directly. I'm ghosting this guy. Okay. All of you go ahead and make an agility check.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. Just that.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Plus
plus-
natural.
1, so I got 16.
Nice. Okay.
Modifier is just what my agility is, right? That's low.
Yep. Looking at a 6. Okay. So Thwak, ironically, being the monk of the class, being the monk of the group, you follow behind Phoenix, making his way to check out the corpses, and you trip kind of violently as you kick. You don't even see it there, but you just like kick this lump of ash, and it like you literally trip and like hardly catch yourself. And in tripping and kicking this lump, it just kind of like the lump just kind of blows up all over. And you just spread whatever it was all over the place. But also you catch yourself, and as soon as you do, something hits you like right at the bottom of your chin. Like you kicked it forward and it just hits you. And you look down and you see a very tarnished silver locket.
I'm gonna step on it.
Okay. You step on this locket and it quickly and easily is just like decimated. It's very brittle and old.
Oh no.
And it reveals inside that there's just like a young woman's portrait picture that is somehow still decently intact despite the the appearance of the locket itself.
I'll pick up whatever remains of the locket.
Okay.
I can't see it too well. You guys tell me what this is.
You said that there's a picture in it?
Yes. You see a picture, very small portrait of a young woman.
Maybe
What is
we
it?
should keep it in case we find this woman.
I mean, if you want it, you can have it. I decimated this thing.
I'll hold it.
Okay.
Maybe it's... What if it's haunted? What if she's dead and she's haunting it?
If it's cursed, it's all yours.
Yeah.
Bless it. Bless it up a little.
Okay. That's fun. Make a prime check.
Alright, and how do I see my prime? Where is that?
Prime is
Right above
Oh,
your
I-
attributes.
the top
Should be
one.
3.
So I've got 11.
11? Okay. So you kind of just like linger over a bit of radiant magic on this thing to try to do a quick blessing of any curses it might hold. And that might not be enough to cut it if it is really cursed, but if it's just a little thing, get some bad juju off of it, it should have worked. So you feel decent about that.
Alright, sleep at night.
I feel okay carrying this around now.
Whatever's left of it,
Wax footprint.
you should try to put it on.
What is that?
You put it on, Black.
This is an experiment. Just give it a little try. Put it on. Nothing bad has ever come from wearing an unidentifiable piece of jewelry.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Oh, what? I guess, yeah. Let me put it on.
Oh no.
All right, you put this locket on, and as soon as you do, nothing happens.
Okay. Good.
I told you it's safe.
Yeah.
Guinea pig.
For
now. You're safe for now. I'm sure.
For now.
Nothing bad could happen.
Okay, so Emmaline is then carrying the locket and the portrait. Is that correct?
I guess.
Yeah, she's got it.
Okay.
I don't trust it still.
Okay, fair enough. All right, but initially this happened because you were making your way to the corpses. So
yeah.
you do exactly that. And upon closer inspection, you do realize that they are just like absolutely petrified in just like ancient crusted flesh that was just been roasted by something violently.
Okay.
Think you're having a barbecue?
We're still hearing the screams and stuff in the distance around.
Yes, absolutely. It is. The more you hear it, the more you realize that they don't sound natural.
Okay. I want to start just talking to the screams, maybe if they can hear me.
Okay.
Be like, hey, what's up? Can any of you all hear my presence? Can you give me a sign, maybe? If you Can you communicate with me?
Okay. So you say that, just like, hey, what's up? And you're basically just met with just a whole cacophony and chorus of just like distant, disembodied, just like, oh, help, all right, just freaking out.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
But not any louder or more noticeable. It's just kind of...
But they seem to have registered what I was saying.
Not entirely, no.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
Sounds like they need help.
Yeah.
Just love that. Can you imagine? He's just like, hey, so what's up? And it's just like, just scream.
I mean, could you guys pinpoint where it's coming from? Everywhere. I don't like this place one bit.
We don't have like an actual. Can't we just follow the direction that it's coming from?
Yeah, you definitely can. Actually, go ahead and make perception checks to see if you can be even more specific about it, or see if you can tell more specifically where it's coming from. So far, it's kind of just like generally ahead, but we'll see.
Oh, 18.
Is that a part of my awareness?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's awareness. I'm so used to 5e.
That's okay.
That's all I've played for years.
I got 23 then.
I got 18.
I got an 11.
Okay, well, those are all decent, but the 23 is really good. Okay, so let's see. Emmaline, you guys are trying to figure out where this is coming from. Emmaline, you see in the distance, very faintly, like pretty far off in the distance, but very faintly you see, you're kind of just looking around, really trying to pinpoint the voices, and you see this thing. It almost just looks like a cloud, but it's just like, it's moving really quickly and alone in the sky, and it just kind of like circles a little bit. And then goes like down below the horizon out of your sight. And for some reason, that is just like, I don't know, that's the general area that it seems like the voices are coming from. But I don't know, as soon as you see that, it's like maybe there kind of thing.
All right. I think since that's our like only evidence of where it could be coming from, I think we should go towards there, maybe stealthily. Try not to potentially draw anyone's attention towards us, draw anyone who might be bad there.
Yeah, I don't want to join the barbecue.
Yeah, right.
I'm good with this plan.
I could go for some barbecue.
Yeah.
He's hungry.
Go ahead and lead the way on that.
You point me in the direction of the barbecue.
All right. I meant to tell you guys when we started this game, so I'll just throw it in here now. But there is a bit of a hidden puzzle in this game, okay?
Oh?
Yep, there's a bit of a hidden puzzle throughout this game, and if you figure it out, it's going to be good. And if you don't figure it out, it's going to be not so good.
I'm
But
so bad at puzzles.
it'll be all right. It'll be fine. I believe in you all.
I was doing crosswords at work, so yeah.
Depends how this locked in.
It involves the locket at all. Well, I smashed that thing.
Yeah, the key to everything.
That's really funny. So I did mean to tell you that earlier. Sorry, but I also meant to say earlier, in case anyone's wondering still, that why Alex isn't in this episode. It's because his internet is down. We had a really crazy storm, and so yeah, that was the thing.
Darn
But-
rain.
Yeah, he should be in the next one. So anyway, back to business. Okay, so are you just heading forward in that direction then?
Yes.
With Thwak searching for barbecue, possibly?
I'm sniffing it out.
Okay. All right. So you guys keep heading through this terrible battlefield. It is nearly impossible to take a single step without just like just crunching up and decimating what looks to be mostly human bone under your feet.
Don't worry, I'll clear most of the way I can. I'll stomp real hard on all the skulls.
You do exactly that. So
What?
several times your foot is almost completely engulfed by a skull and you have to like kick off what's remaining. But you basically just wade through this battlefield. As you do, it does seem that the disembodied voices screaming, whatever's happening, is getting a little bit louder. Until the point where this battlefield kind of like funnels down a little bit. The trees are a little bit more noticeable again, finally. They're not as broken or charred. And this whole like portion of the landscape funnels down a bit into what looks to be like a valley coming up. But you do notice as soon as like the first spot of this valley begins to happen and the land begins to slope, you notice that there is a very large, just kind of like crater in front of you, where some trees were just like destroyed by something that hit the ground relatively hard. And then it looks like there might just be some sort of, like that crater kind of extends down the sloping landscape into the valley as well. Yeah, I guess that'd be the quick things you notice there right away anyway.
So we don't see anybody yet?
So there's a crater.
Not yet.
What would make a crater?
Right. Sounds like it's a dragon, guys.
Dragons land and make a crater. Could it be from a meteor? It was aliens or flare. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, if it's a dragon, do you have an arrow big enough to kill a dragon?
No.
I don't think I could.
My arrow
well.
would probably bite.
Yeah.
Should we look around a bit?
Yeah, let's see if,
How deep is this crater?
Good question. Okay, make an investigation check.
All right.
all of us or just Thwak?
We'll say just Thwak, unless someone wants to add a help die, or one other person can roll instead.
I got that. Minus 2 only, is that how it works? Yeah, okay. Roll. Shouldn't leave me to investigate things.
What are you talking about?
Land vision.
Well, you
Look
Thwak.
shallow.
Yeah, Thwak, you're terribly distracted. But one of the biggest issues is that the crater has kind of like filled up with water a little bit too. So in this area, it's kind of just muddy. So it's a little bit difficult to see exactly what's, exactly how deep it is in most areas and stuff. But it's decently large. It's probably a 20-foot wide crater area.
Okay.
Maybe something big was stepping here.
If that was the case, there'd probably be multiple craters around.
I suppose you're right. Or it's just got 1 foot.
It's just hopping.
Is anyone else doing anything else to check it out?
Well,
Or you guys?
I'm gonna kind of dig through the mud and see if I can find anything of
Okay,
value or interest.
All right. sounds good.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like I should be looking to see if there's any signs that anyone's been around here, right? Because we don't see anything.
Okay. That makes sense, yeah. Okay, so Ben, go ahead and roll an investigation check. And Emmaline, I'd probably call that awareness.
All right.
I got 16 plus 2 is 18.
I got
Ooh,
17.
nice. Nice. Okay, those are both pretty good. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's see here. What do you guys find? So, Ben, let's see. So you actually find something very cool. Phoenix is digging around the muddy area there, the crater, trying to actually see if there's anything worthwhile under the water. And you're digging around, and I'm not sure. How are you digging? Are you kicking around? Are you literally using your hands?
I'm literally using my hands. I'm trying my best to
All right.
grasp anything in there.
Man's literally getting his hands dirty. Okay, sounds good. So you're digging around, and there's one very dense object that you kind of run your hand into suddenly. And it's
decently large too. It's the size and shape. Well, geez, I don't know. It's this big thing. It's like a bushel of bananas,
Okay.
but one unit, and it seems very dense, whatever it is, and actually kind of heavy as well.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone, my might's a 1. Anybody want to help me lift this thing up? I don't know.
Oh, I'm strong.
Yeah, I think Thwak's your guy. My might is 0.
Is it big enough for both of us to get a grip and try and pull it out? Or
Yeah, you think that both of you could probably figure it out. In the meantime, while you're kind of getting ready to do that, Emmaline's searching the area to make sure there's not anything happening, or at least recently, or anything like that. And I will say that, Emmaline, you actually do see one corpse on the ground that is not nearly as ancient as the rest that you've been walking around. And it seems to have kind of hit the ground and then just slid a little ways as it hit. And you can see that there's a trail. Basically, it seems like it was moving toward you guys or away from where you're going when it hit the ground.
Okay. And there's no sign of it now?
It's there. Sorry, it's there on the ground. It's like a corpse of... it's been a little while, just not as ancient, so it's almost completely decomposed to skeleton. But it seems like it's just wearing somewhat typical adventuring gear. He's got a short sword that's beginning to get kind of rusty on him, a shield as well, leather armor and stuff like that. It looks like he was some sort of, armed person one way or another.
check for gold.
So he's not like anybody that we know, not from like any of the places we know.
Nope, you don't recognize him.
Okay.
But
Thwak, you want to rip this thing out of the water?
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
that's right. Okay, so now I'd say either of you, so you decide amongst each other who's making the might check to try to pull this thing out. And then since you have help, you can add a d8 to the check as well.
Okay.
Alright.
I think Thwak should be the puller. I'll put the help in there.
All right. Am I just adding my might or?
Yep, just might.
Oh no. Not -3. This is not my might.
gosh.
I'll take that.
I had 4.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Brought it up to 10. All right. Good stuff. So,
Thwak didn't get a lot of rest last
yes,
night.
Thwak, you don't realize where the water ends and begins. So you kind of like dip your face in as you're trying to grab the thing and you like start coughing, but just in time, Ben just kind of grabs you. Phoenix just kind of grabs you by the hips and helps pull. And you do manage to dislodge what seems to be this like just large obsidian looking like broken claw.
Oh, thank you for that, Phoenix. I was never getting that out of there.
Yeah. Don't mention it, please.
Please.
Please, let's just not bring this up.
You held me so tightly in your arms. Never been held that way before.
Oh.
God.
Thank
Out of the
you.
monastery.
No, they strike you when you've done good.
Oh.
They strike you when you've done bad. It's all training all the time.
You're all just getting struck at.
Yeah. It's no
Alright.
love.
So, got this large obsidian-looking claw here. Can I roll for like nature to see if it's maybe a beast or a dragon or something?
Absolutely. I would say go ahead and roll nature or survival.
So that's a 12.
Okay, 12's decent. It seems to be it's definitely the talon of a large flying beast. And it could be a dragon. It could be something like a griffin too. Like there's other large clawed beasts, but yeah, something like that.
There might actually be a dragon that we have to fight today.
Well, I've never seen a dragon, but I mean, that's what I think their claws would look like.
Yeah. It'd be small for a dragon. Little dragon.
Baby
Small
dragon. Where's the mother dragon?
If it's a baby dragon, it'll be easier to take down.
Maybe we can adopt it. Fly it around.
Oh,
yeah. We should probably look at this corpse though, right?
See if there's anything on the corpse.
Yeah. See if we can like find a way, I don't know, a crack in the skull or see maybe how it could have died.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check. See if you can understand why it died.
Can I do that too?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I've got really good medicine.
Oh, okay.
Right. Plus,
Oh, I don't even think I need to roll that.
Dang.
Oh, I got 18.
Okay.
okay, mine was 22.
Wow. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you both kind of look it over, and as you're looking it over, there's a few things. It looks like the way that the corpse is laying now, it hit the ground just like face first for sure, and then was just like slammed along the ground for a little while as well. You notice that there are broken bones on like a lot of like the shoulders and rib cage and spine area. You both rolled really well, so I'm gonna give it to you pretty directly here, but it seems like this thing hit the ground and was crushed from weight above while being like slid forward on the ground.
Okay, so this thing was definitely killed by something
Very large.
probably bigger, stronger than it.
Yeah, and this broken claw, I have a feeling might belong to whatever could have killed the traveler. Man, I think we just gotta keep on heading, see, because this was coming toward us.
I agree.
We should
Yeah.
bring the claw with us.
Let's bring the claw with us.
How
Yeah.
big is this? Is it? Are we dragging it?
No, it's not too big. Like I said, it's like
Banana.
I don't know, generally like the size of like a basketball, but claw shaped, not ball shaped.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, cool. You don't really notice. I will say, okay. You did say that you were searching the body also. So while you're searching, you do notice that it's in bad shape, but it's spendable. It looks like he's got 12 gold on him.
Oh,
That's four apiece. You guys want to split this?
okay.
I'll let you two keep my portion.
Yeah, honestly, Ben, you can keep all of it.
You can have it. I think you deserve it.
Oh, thanks, guys.
You really helped me out earlier.
What did I say about mentioning it?
Never again.
Never ever.
That's awesome.
Unforgettable for me, though.
Can't move
Alright,
on.
let's just keep
A quiet journey from this point on.
Not a word is said. Yeah.
It's awkwardly walking forward. Okay, so you do walk further down. So now, like I said, the landscape's kind of shifting downward a little bit into this valley area. Whoops. I'm sorry. And there's a few points even where it's like a little bit like slippery footing, and you have to kind of use the trees that are there heading down into the valley to not be just like falling down. And there ahead of you, you are noticing that the voices are much louder now and getting exponentially louder. Like every step you take, it's like almost deafening. Like it's really, really loud. Like you're in a warehouse that's just like this massive workshop or something, like loud machinery kind of loud, like friggin' loud.
Yeah.
Is this damaging us? Is this bad for us to just be in this, like, I don't even know, just like
Right.
place of loud?
Not necessarily. You worry that might happen depending on how much louder it gets, but right now you're fine. You just like literally can't communicate to each other, audibly anyway.
Okay.
Not like we were doing much of that the past couple hours.
Yeah. The only reason it wasn't terribly awkward silence was because of these disembodied screams around you. So
It's the soundtrack.
So there's that. And the next couple steps you take, you're able to see finally that this valley kind of like meets up in like a low, almost carved out area in the ground. And I say carved out, like literally, like it looks like there's almost just like a hole in the ground kind of that doesn't look like something that would have happened naturally necessarily.
Like someone was digging? Or?
Possibly. You can kind of just see where like the land slopes down, and then there's just like trees gone in this area again. And then there's where the ground should just be maybe like flatten out against some cliff sides. It's just a hole.
There's nothing in the hole that, I mean, if it was dug into, there might be a reason why. There might be something there, or it looks like there was something there, maybe removed.
Right. If you are getting close enough to see, you do notice that in this hole, there seems to be a very large skeleton of sorts. And it's just laying on the ground. It's very super old looking, like very, very ancient, not a recent skeleton. And it seems to be the skeleton of a dragon.
Okay.
There were dragons.
Can I, would a claw be a part of a dragon skeleton? Can I compare the claw in my bag to...
You definitely can. You would have to get quite a bit closer.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie to you, anyone with an insight of like more than -1 would be able to tell that this doesn't feel great. Like it's like there's a hole. It's the perfect spot for like an ambush of sorts. You haven't seen, Emmaline, you made a check earlier to see if like there's any living creatures near you, basically, you know, make sure you guys are still alone or whatever. And you didn't notice that anyone is like following you. This place seems very abandoned, but this whole area, this location just like feels like it's like Adventurer 101. You don't want to be in this spot without being, you know, aware of it kind of thing. So just so you know, be aware, but you can definitely get close enough to check it out and see if the talons match.
Well,
I'm not saying it's a trap. I'm just saying your characters would be cautious.
It's pretty... it's just
maybe we could like shoot an arrow over in that direction or something. I don't know. I don't want to go
It's
too
anything.
close and right.
I'm still sure there's ghosts everywhere.
Does anybody have like spells or something that can detect ghosts? Or
I got
That is-
this.
You know what? That is one more thing. I mentioned it earlier, but it didn't come up since then. This whole time you've been traveling, it's been like densely foggy, and like the fog is moving like a mist. And like I mentioned that once, and it hasn't really come up again. But yeah, the whole time you've been walking through this battlefield, into this area, even there's just like this perpetual mist that's just hanging out with you.
Is it getting denser at all?
Ironically, I'd say that it might be getting a little less dense. Might be lightening up a little bit in this area, especially in the hole.
Weird. Okay.
It's like the fog wants us to go to the hole.
Yeah.
Like a trap.
Can I ask the fog what it wants?
Maybe it'll speak
Yeah,
to you.
you definitely can.
Maybe it likes you more than me.
And really, you have to like raise your voice to almost a scream to even like hear yourself.
What do you want from us?
Interesting. Make an influence check.
All right. +1. All right. No.
Oh my god. You're getting a 3
boy.
every time, Eric.
My senses are dulled right now.
Oh boy. You hear a response from the voices. In fact, a lot of the just like insanely loud voices kind of like hush for a moment. And you do get a response. And basically, as you're kind of waiting, the voices hush a little bit. And you hear,
My soul is bound to this wretched plane, and it can only be cured.
Cured how?
Cured by what? You didn't finish.
and it is cut off. It's like literally like it kind of just like fades away.
I got a cue right here. I'm just gonna start like punching my hand.
Yeah, okay, one more time. You hear the voice like fade in again, and it says like one thing.
Be careful.
Oh, don't piss off the dragon ghost, please.
I'm scared of it.
All right, disembodied voice. My bad.
So, sounds like this soul wants to be freed from this plane. I'm willing to bet, and I have no idea why, but like maybe we're talking to the dragon, and it's cursed to this land of forever fighting whatever wanted to kill it. I think all these, because this is clearly like a dragon nest or something.
So closer, is he gonna attack us?
Are you asking me?
I am asking whoever will get me the answer I need.
Whoever.
Might attack us if we walk up hostile. I mean, it
But
kind of told me to watch myself earlier there.
be careful.
My hands are not fixed.
You're gonna walk up to the center peacefully, is what you're saying?
Can we ask him any more questions?
I mean, you can try it.
In the words of
Scale
the
out
famous
of it.
Matthew Mercer, you can certainly try.
All right, then I think I just want to ask this unknown creature if he is hostile or not. Yeah, let's start there.
Okay. Roll another influence check.
All right, my influence is 0, so let's hope for the best. Okay.
Okay, a little better. Okay, all right. Okay, interesting. All right, 8. All right, Emmaline, you do get a response. What are you asking again specifically?
I want to ask if
It's
it
hostile.
has any, any bad intentions, if it plans on hurting us, kind of that general area.
Okay, all right. You do get a response as the other voices hush around you.
I never intended anyone harm.
Okay.
The only one that was not hostile to me is long gone.
Oh, okay. So, even coming at him with no violence, he'll probably attack you. Not by choice, it sounds like. Okay. I am very curious on this curse, though. Like, how I would like to break it for him so he's not stuck in this, cycle.
I haven't talked to the scary voice yet. I think I'm gonna ask him.
All right, okay, all right. What's your
All right.
question? And you guys might be recognizing that from where you are now, I don't know, it might be getting more and more risky to ask these questions.
No!
How can I help you free yourself from this plane?
All right, you know what? I was going to have you skip the check, but what if it's something awesome? So go ahead and roll an influence check.
Okay.
Maybe it'll change how this goes. That's really good. Okay.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay. What is the total roll, though?
So it'd be 19 minus 2 actually.
Okay. So 17.
Yeah.
Still pretty stinking good. Okay, all right. You know what? Okay. You do hear a voice, or you do hear the voice again, directed specifically at Phoenix this time. And it says one thing.
Come closer.
All right. I'm not gonna refuse the scary voice's commands here. I'm walking toward the source of the voice, which I imagine is probably down the pit, where it's less foggy.
Okay. All right. So you get a bit closer, and as you do, from the bones of this dragon, it almost looks like they start like smoking, and slowly, the closer you get, the smoke apparates into this visible, like almost like just like spectral image of this dragon that was likely the owner of this skeleton, and it just kind of is like hovering above the skeleton. And this thing is ominous looking, but it's really just like spectral form. It's moving slowly. It's kind of chill, and it just kind of like apparates above the skeleton there, and it's just like eyeing you all. What do you do?
I say, what do you need to move on from this plane? Do you need help?
Okay.
Do you need help?
All right. One more time. Go ahead and make an influence check.
Uh-oh.
And it's -2, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So we're looking at a 1. Okay. All right. Okay. So real quick, as you ask the question, it almost seems like maybe this thing was in a weird state, just like wasn't ready to respond to you in one way or another somehow. And like this, as soon as you get like halfway through your question, and this dragon's mouth opens insanely fast and just like launches this just like crazy spectral looking bolt at you. Go ahead and make, what would you do? How would you try to avoid this bolt?
Intimidate it.
I'm going to dive to my right.
Okay. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check to try to avoid this bolt.
Okay. 23.
Oh, with a natural 20. Oh, don't forget to mention that. Okay.
Yeah, well, I did a flip while I did it.
Yeah, legit. You do. Okay. So you see this bolt coming, and like you were moving faster than the bolt, and it's insane. Like, how did you see this thing coming? But yeah, you could just feel that this conversation was like very one-sided, and you're like, uh-oh. And then you almost have like a spidey sense as this bolt is just flying at you. You do like a quick flip to the side, land super gracefully, and it's awesome. And then the dragon's mouth slowly closes, and it remains dormant and calm again. So you're good. You avoided that issue. Now what?
Well, he wanted me to come closer, and then he spat at me, so I'm getting mixed signals from this guy.
Yeah.
It's just like high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should ask him if he knows anything about this locket.
Oh, yeah, we have that locket
Left
still.
of the locket, at least. Don't tell him I broke it.
I'm like, ask him
Accident.
who found it that way. It's the other adventure that broke it. The skeleton we saw earlier.
You said there was a picture in the locket, right? Like,
Yes.
can we? I want to ask him if he knows
Okay.
who
All right.
this person is. It's a person, right? The picture.
Yes. Yep. It is a person. It's a picture of a young woman, and yeah, the picture is definitely intact. Who is presenting the picture?
What's
Emmaline has
the
it.
check you have to do again?
Well, in this case, you guys kind of unlocked a bit of a secret thing situation going on here. So you can avoid the check this time, but I may still need to know who's presenting the picture.
Okay, I'll present it.
Okay. Very interesting, and ironically, the dragon. You present this picture, and the dragon looks like slowly turns his head like to face the picture, looks at it, and just kind of looks at it for a while, and then looks up at you, Emmaline, and you picked the right person to another puzzle piece. You picked the right person to show the picture too. So Emmaline, you're holding a picture of this young woman, and she doesn't look that different than you, like your character does. So looks at it for a while, looks back at you.
I knew her. She was the understanding one. And you are, I've spoken to you before. You seem to be similar to her.
I don't know, this is like...
I can finally say what she has given me to tell you.
Oh.
What binds my fractured soul to this plain's cold stony keep? What peace can restore and lull my pain to sleep? Find the silver tear where her soft image lies, and offer it to me beneath these weeping skies.
And it begins to rain.
Oh. We have to go back to
Well,
where we found the locket.
what is a
Sounds-
silver
It sounds like to me.
tear?
Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember if we saw anything like that.
Is a raindrop a silver tear? Is that like a phrase for that? Is the locket silver? Is it tear shaped though?
The locket is very rusted and old and now broken, but it was silver.
That was also silver. And that's right.
Okay, but he probably... It can't be the locket. What's the locket's shape?
Now that you look at it, it's a little bit teardrop shaped. More than your average locket. Yeah.
Yeah. Took a little. It's kind of hard to tell though because the wax crushed it.
Okay, so maybe we take a risk instead of having to go all the way back and see if maybe we can use this thing.
He said offer it beneath the skies specifically.
Yes, he said, offer it to me beneath these weeping skies.
Beneath these weeping skies. And it's raining on us now.
Okay, so it seems like the perfect time to try.
I mean, dragon likes you the most.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'll risk it again. I'm gonna place this thing where I need to place it.
Okay, where do you place it? What do you do?
What do you say? It was where he's at right now, below where he's at? In the hole?
So really all he said was, and you guys are kind of like in the hole with him now at this point. You're near his skeleton, his, ghost or whatever is kind of above his skeleton there. So you're kind of just like talking to him, maybe like 20 feet away, but you're all kind of like you're in the hole with it now. So that is the thing. All it really said was to offer it to me beneath these weeping skies. It did not give, at least yet, or anything.
Try to sell it to him.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know because he's not the one that put the curse on himself, so I feel like there should be something else.
But
that's
the
involved.
locket's never been by the corpse. Locket was maybe it's just because it hasn't been offered to him yet. Maybe try to just like kind of putting it right by the base of the head or something. Do a little bow. How do you offer something to a ghost?
I think I need to be reminded what can I be reminded what the setting looks like? I don't remember the audio here.
I understand. Here, let me give you a portrayal.
Okay. And while you do that, I'm gonna get up. I gotta plug my stuff in. Oh. Okay, so the body that we're looking at is likely his body.
That is very likely, yes.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Maybe if I can be reminded again, his little riddle.
Yes. I'll give you the whole thing again here. He says, what binds my fractured soul to this stony keep? What peace can restore and lull my pain to sleep? Find the silver tear where her soft image lies and offer it to me beneath these weeping skies.
All right, I mean, yeah, I would assume even though he's not himself anymore and he's dead, I should bring it up to his body.
And so the brave Emmaline, Thwak, and Phoenix continue their attempts to right the wrongs of this cursed dragon. Emmaline places the locket directly into the rib cage of this dragon skeleton, completing the finishing touches of a spell cast long ago by a powerful sorceress in an attempt to, at some point, resurrect a wrongfully killed dragon. This dragon communicates that he was once a guardian of humanoids in his own realm, but he was displaced to this one, not too unlike Enza. This dragon presents his name to the party, but the party does not understand it, as it is in an ancient draconic language differing even from the normal draconic of this realm. So the dragon accepts a new name, given a favor to the players. The players name him Osmond, or Ozzy for short. The dragon offers to repay them, but they're not entirely sure how. Eventually they work out that maybe Enza could make use of the dragon's ability of protection, maybe even just transport. So they head back to Enza, talk with the council leaders there, eventually convince one of them to meet the dragon outside the town, a safe distance. Sister Anya, the voice of the people and one of the leaders of the council of Enza, comes to meet the dragon, speaking to it in person. It takes much consideration and a few chores done, but the dragon is accepted into Enza, but only for now, and politically it's a bit of a struggle. There will be things put in place to make it so that Ozzy can truly be a member of Enza in his own way. Until then, Ozzy's told to keep his distance and protect from afar, trying not to raise too many eyebrows or cause sheer panic. Unfortunately, the players only walk away with 12 gold looted from a corpse. Oh, and an allied dragon. Thank you for watching. Sorry again for the audio issues, and that's something that we'll fix next time. In fact, we already recorded the next one, and it is better. So, there's that. But thank you again, and have a good one.